the Pirates. The Bucs have lost 5 of 7, but they welcome the St. Louis Cardinals to town, a team they've beaten 5 straight times here at PNC Park. It's the Pirates and the Redbirds, and it begins right now on AT&T Sportsnet.
He struck him out! Clear the deck! Cannonball coming!
It's baseball weather in the Burgh as the Pirates return home. A big 6-game homestand. Tonight, the first of 3 against the St. Louis Cardinals. And tonight, we get our first look at Joe Musgrove in a Pirates uniform. The former Astro, who was traded over the winter, has been hurt, and he makes his Pirates debut tonight. And we take a look at the standings in the National League Central Division to tell you how important the upcoming series with these Cardinals and Cubs will be. Basically, a 3-way tie for second in the Central. Greg Brown, Steve Blass, Robbie and Smikowski with you. And with us tonight, finally, Steve, we get a chance to look at Joe Musgrove.
Yeah, I think, Greg, we're probably as anxious to see him as he is anxious to get out there and pitch and show the Pirates what he can do. The Pirates really have committed to him. They've been very patient. He had a tender arm in spring training. It's been a long time since he's pitched in a major league game. He pitched in every level of postseason with the Houston Astros last year. So, he's no stranger to starting. He has started 25 major league games as you take a look at some of his stats. And so I'm very anxious to see what he has in terms of a mix of pitches, because I'm wondering if he has anything to show us off speed. I know he throws a cutter and a slider, a couple of different fastballs. So I don't think it's a matter of a pitch count for Joe Musgrove tonight as much as it is they're going to watch him and talk and look at his outing in terms of fatigue and leave him out there as long as they can.
Joe Musgrove making his Pirates debut tonight. Bucs are back home. They have one of the best home records in all of baseball. Bucs coming up against the Cards next. Friday Night Rocks on AT&T Sportsnet is presented by Iron City Beer. Pittsburgh is built with iron. Beautiful night for baseball to start a 6-game homestand. Joe Musgrove, conversation with his battery mate tonight. This is his lineup. Tommy Pham will lead things off, 8 home runs, tied for the most on the team. They've got a couple of big starters out of there. Matt Carpenter struggling for the season, but has been better lately. Jose Martinez, 9th in the league in hitting. Marcell Ozuna, cleanup. Jed Jerko takes over at shortstop for the injured Paul DeJong. Dexter Fowler in right. Francisco Pena behind the plate. As Yadier Molina is out. Colton Wong and John Gant, and here's Tommy Pham.
Joe Musgrove, Pirate debut. Has he been waiting a long time? You know, you wait almost 2 months into the season. He had 15 starts last year, did a lot of work in the postseason. One thing I want to keep track of, Greg, he has always had outstanding control numbers. So we'll hope we see a bunch of strikes tonight along with the good stuff.
His first pitch as a Pirate is a strike.
25-year-old right-hander out of El Cajon, California.
And chop to the shortstop. 2 pitches, 1 out. Tommy Pham bounces to Mercer. And check out Pirates defense. Brought to you by Honda. Austin Meadows out there in center field. He's flanked by Gregory Polanco in right. Corey Dickerson is in left. Colin Moran, Jordy Mercer on the left side of the infield. Josh Harris and Josh Bell on the right side. And again, Cervelli doing the catching.
So a whole lot of sunshine out there in left and center field. They got the shades on. They're ready to go. And what a debut Austin Meadows is enjoying.
Matt Carpenter.
Nothing wrong with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball from Mr. Musgrove. Well, right from the beginning, Greg, the Pirates were committed to Joe Musgrove. It seemed like they had him penciled in to start from the time he came over in that deal with Houston.
And even as he started late in spring training with some shoulder tenderness, the question was asked about whether the Pirates would consider at least beginning the year out of the bullpen for Musgrove, but they discounted that thought. And this ball's drilled to right field by Carpenter. And turning around, nicely done by Polanco. What a job by Polanco. And Carpenter maybe thinking that ball might get out of here. The fact that he's not at second base. High fly ball off the wall and right.
Same old Matt Carpenter. He came into the ball game hitting 199, but this is what Carpenter does. One of the great things about Polanco, he was right where the bounce came to him. So sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you get a bad bounce the other direction, but he was right there, and that looked extremely clean from Gregory in right field. That's a big item.
Yeah.
Keep the double play in order.
So Carpenter a single off the wall, and now Jose Martinez. Martinez hitting .312. I guess Carpenter was indeed busting it out of the box. That's not a surprise to us because he's one of the scrappier players. It's just a great play by Polanco, and Carpenter getting up there at 32.
You know, it just doesn't matter what Matt Carpenter is hitting against the league. He always tortures the Pirates.
Ali Marmol, the first base coach. And Mike Matheny in his 7th season. Cardinals just finished up the I-70 Interleague Series with the Royals and dropped the last 2 of the 3-game set. They have lost 7 of their last 11.
Good fastball delivered at 96, so we're seeing the speed that you like to see.
And there's a Western Pennsylvania native, Jeremy Rehak, behind the plate. Bill Miller is the first base umpire and crew chief. Todd Titchener at second, Alan Porter at third. Right on the corner, doesn't get the call.
So there's an example. You had the 95-mile-an-hour fastball upstairs. This is a sinking fastball, as Ray Searage was talking about before the game. 2-seamer, 4-seamer, and a couple of breaking balls. Not so much a curve, but the cutter off a fastball and the slider that has a little bigger break.
And he strikes him out. There's his first Pirate punch out.
Nice. Come back from the 2-seamer, go to 4-seamer, and throw it by him.
Well, 3 batters into it, it looks as though he has been just on the edge of the strike zone. Joe Musgrove rearing back and striking out Jose Martinez.
Arm looks to be quite strong.
Joe Musgrove, 6'5", 260 pounds. He was originally a first-round pick of the Blue Jays in 2011. Faces Marcell Ozuna.
There's a cutter. Fastball just cutting across, just missing outside.
Ozuna was scratched on Wednesday. Look at, he's pointing to all those mayflies you see on your screen. Look at all of them. Was scratched from a late scratch on Wednesday before the game by Mike Matheny, as he said he overslept and he was late to the ballpark. And Mike Matheny said, we don't have many rules, but that's one of them, to be on time. And so he did not play on Wednesday against the Royals.
He's got some big issues with those flies.
Yeah.
I think they're attracted to that neon sleeve.
That's what it is.
Yep. Has to be.
And a pop up to shallow left, long run. Dickerson. Mercer doesn't see it, but Dickerson does. And so Joe Musgrove has 1 Pirate inning under his belt. Matt Carpenter. Here's the RAV4 Pirates starting lineup. Josh Harrison. What a job he's done since coming back off the DL. Gregory Polanco, Francisco Cervelli. Josh Bell hits cleanup. Corey Dickerson hitting .417 his last 3 ball games. Colin Moran bats 6th. Austin Meadows, talk about a great start to his big league career. Jordy Mercer and Musgrove.
Working against 25-year-old John Gant. Both of these right-handers, 25. share that number. And he is 1-1, 467. He had one start and no decision against the Pirates previously.
Sorry, Steve, I want you to describe his windup. One of the more unusual windups in baseball. Herky-jerky.
Anytime you can add something, extra move, maybe get a little deception, get the rhythm messed up from an opposing hitter.
And he tried to go right away into the windup, but Jay calls time.
Yeah, that's a good shot to get a look at it right there. Let's stop, start, and then come at you again.
Wow. Not how you start, it is how you finish.
Quite efficient there.
3 pitches. Strikes out Harrison.
See that ball going downstairs. Start, stop, reestablish that footing, and then go ahead and strike out the leadoff man. Part of his resume includes his ability to throw ground balls. So you saw a pitch that was swung over the top of by Jay Hay. Breaking ball, the backdoor variety that ducks in and picks up the outside corner.
Jay Hay goes through a scouting report right now to his teammates.
There's that pitch downstairs. 12. This is just a 12 major league start. He's starting because Wainwright and Martinez are on the DL. That's the prime reason he is in there. He was a starter all during his minor league career.
Clint Hurdle is really upset. Apparently Polanco wanted time and was not granted time. And down on strikes.
Well, so much for working downstairs and getting ground balls. Goes upstairs with 95-mile-an-hour heat.
This is the previous pitch now. Polanco, you'll see, is asking for time, doesn't get it. And now the strikeout pitch.
That whole at bat was awkward.
Yeah. Now Cervelli calls time. I don't think Jeremy Riak appreciates it. Crew chief Bill Miller.
Don't adjust your set. Those are the flies. They still call them television sets? Sets.
Monitors.
Yeah. Device.
Yeah, don't adjust your devices.
Yeah.
Did he hold up? No, he did not.
Speaking of cutters that we talked about from Joe Musgrove, that was a pretty good looking cutter from Mr. Gant, who looks like he has learned from the Bob Gibson school. Let's see if we can rush these hitters a little bit. Get them out of their rhythm. Hurry them. Put a little pressure on.
Bounce this to the shortstop, Jerko.
Sorry, we put it in play.
1, 2, 3 after 1. Don't adjust your devices.
Runners at second and third for Chris Bryant. Single to center field scores a pair, capping a 4-run seventh inning that vaults the Cubs to a 6-2 win at Wrigley this afternoon as we head back to Greg and Steve at PNC Park.
Okay, Rob, thanks. Nothing here after one. And so with that win, the Cubs gain a half game and are tied right now with the Cardinals and Pirates. The Brewers lead the National League Central. During the break, Francisco Cervelli was trying to explain to Jeremy Rehak what that was all about. As though he was saying, hey, before I even stepped in, he was ready to pitch.
Batting fifth for the Cardinals, their shortstop, number 3, Jed Jerko.
Just trying to move the game along. And now Jed Jerko steps in. Jerko starting at shortstop. Paul DeYoung has a fractured hand, so he's on the DL. Western Pennsylvania native in his rookie year as an umpire. And a strike on Jed Jerko. Hard hit, base hit. Second hit off of Musgrove.
Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 25, Dexter Fowler.
And here comes Dexter Fowler, struggling at 155. The lowdown on your left, some breaking news. The Mariners pick up Tampa Bay closer Alex Colomé and veteran center fielder Denard Span for a couple of minor leaguers. Mariners have issues, of course, with D. Gordon hurt and Robinson Cano suspended. Liner to center. Meadows coming on and makes the catch.
Read that very nicely. That ball was tattooed. Fortunately, it's hit hard enough to carry out where Meadows was going to have a chance to grab it. But two hard hit balls here in the top of the second, but we get an out of one of them.
Nice work from Austin Meadows and hard hit ball by Dexter Fowler. Here's Francisco Pena. Not only is Yadier Molina out with the pelvic injury, but their backup catcher is also on the disabled list. So they've got Francisco Pena, who spent parts of 2 years with the Orioles, parts of a couple seasons with Kansas City. Broken bat. Musgrove gets one. They get two.
And a nice feed by Musgrove to second base made it real easy. That was as easy as it's going to be, and it started with that good toss, good direction.
And you see Francisco Pena hit that ball right back to Musgrove, the broken bat. Turned out to be a 1-6-3 double play. Joe Musgrove, after giving up the leadoff hit and that line out, nice play by Austin Meadows. So Josh Bell leads off against John Gant. One ball, one strike. Let's see how they play Josh Bell.
Yeah,
each team different. You know, I see some teams shift the shortstop over to the right side.
It's pretty clean.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now, Greg, I was watching batting practice for a while this afternoon, and there's a modest breeze, but the ball was absolutely flying. I mean, they were getting, they ran through a lot of baseballs in batting practice. So we'll see what kind of a carry it has throughout the evening.
And a base hit for Josh Bell.
Check out that double play that started with Joe Musgrove. First, that was broken. That was good. But this is a good feed, about waist high, and then it's like coach pitch over to first base. They had that much time.
Well, they always say, or at least Bob says it a lot, now you agree with him, just throw it over the bag. Somebody's going to be there.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he did, right over the top of the second base bag.
Nicely done. Took all the drama away.
Don't wait for shortstop or second baseman, whoever it might be, to cover. Just throw it over the bag, and that's what he did. It turned out to be routine. Now Corey Dickerson. Right down the middle from Gant. "17 career games against the Cardinals. Dickerson hitting .361 against Redbirds pitching. Pirates swept a 3-game series in April against these Cardinals the end of last month, and Dickerson was 3 out of 9 in that series.
Well, Gant was like Tyler Glasnow in Memphis, AAA Memphis earlier this year, 4-0, very good looking ERA. Was throwing the ball extremely well down there. They needed help, and he's back.
He was a 21st round pick by the New York Mets in 2011. He was dealt to the Braves. Concern about Bell taking off, perhaps. Grew up rooting for the Braves, so was thrilled when he was acquired by Atlanta in the Juan Uribe deal in July of 2015. And the Cardinals traded for him. Jaime Garcia sent to Atlanta in December of 2016.
Very late on that swing by Corey. I don't know if he might have been looking for something else. He might have tweaked his wrist a little bit on that swing. See how he choking up on the bat.
Way up there now. He's trying to slap it. Pirates' fourth time they've seen Gant, by the way.
Will prevent defense. 2-strike stance. What, Gant had 1 start against us, I think.
Yeah, that was
2 years ago? Last year.
Last year. Right here at PNC Park. Went 3 innings.
Speaking of Gant, remember, and the Braves, Gant and the Braves, we had Ron Gant for a time a lot of years ago.
Ron Gant
did some good work for the Bucks.
Well, he did good work for the Braves, even against the Bucks. Ron Gant, right?
Didn't we have Ron Gant? We didn't?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'll have to check that.
Maybe it was Smith we had.
That's who it was. Lonnie. 1-2 on Dickerson. And he chokes up on that bat, lines it into center field, and a heck of a play by Pham. Tommy Pham doing great work to Rob Dickerson.
The third baseman, number 19,
Talk about Meadows getting a good jump. And Pham does the same. Caught in between there whether to go down, stay on his feet, and John Gant appreciates the effort by Tommy Pham. Now here's Colin Moran. Moran in Cincinnati yesterday was 0 for 2 with a walk after going 0 for 6 on Wednesday night. He homered on Tuesday night at Great American Ballpark. Pirates dropped 2 of 3 to the Reds in Cincinnati. And toward right center. That is Fowler for the second out. And Bell still at first for Austin Meadows. John Gant has given up 1 homer in 19 innings this season. Meadows, meanwhile, has hit 3 homers in his last 4 games. And tonight, Austin Meadows plays in his 7th major league game.
Von Nova, a big fan of Austin Meadows. Aren't we all?
Yeah.
Well, he has certainly waited long enough for his opportunity, and he's cashing it in. It's fun to see.
Most hits first 6 games as a Pirate since 1960. It's a short list. 11 for Austin Meadows, his first 6 major league games. Couple of strikes on him.
Sean Dunston on that list. Didn't he have 2 his first game as a Pirate?
Yeah.
That's hard to beat that debut.
Yeah.
Remember that night.
Of course, Dunston was a veteran the Pirates acquired in a deal in August of that'd have been 97. 0-2
It was
the
a
count.
freaky year. Wasn't
Yes.
it? The freak show.
Yeah. Just added to the list of freaky things. Dunston. And John Gant picks up his 3rd strikeout. Through 2 innings, it's 0-0.
Let's go Bucks!
And we go to the third inning. Some home cooking here in Pittsburgh. Tomorrow afternoon, game 2 of the series, 4:05, 1:35 on Sunday. Memorial Day afternoon game against the Cubs, and then 2 night games against Chicago. Here we are in Bucco land as Colton Wong leads off against Joe Musgrove. There's Mercer. 1 out. Allegheny Health Network injury update. Starling Marte pretty much full sprint around the bases. Taking batting practice. He's about ready to go, and Clint Hurdle admitted that unless there was a setback of some sort today, he could be activated as early as tomorrow, and the Pirates will face another decision today. They made the tough call of designated for assignment George Contos, the veteran, who was nothing but class, didn't sneak out, stuck around at his locker, answered all the questions. George Contos, he did good work for the Pirates last year, but could not duplicate that as the setup man this season. And he said, you know, I still love this game. I still feel like I have some good things I can do in this game, and hoping he could be picked up by some club along the way.
Yep, he handled himself like the major leaguer he is.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of the Allegheny Health Network, over at Allegheny General Hospital today, Karen had some extensive back surgery, and the folks over there couldn't have been more talented or nicer. The surgical team headed by Dr. Dan Altman was just great. Is going to get another quick routine second out, and Dr. Tomlin, Dr. Thomas, nurses upstairs, Mary and Hillary and Rose, they couldn't have been nicer. So it went well, and thank you everybody over there, from the guy who helped us with our parking to the surgeon that did the work. It was a really positive experience. It went well, so thanks to all.
And they're great people at Allegheny Health Network, and the Moose is loose on the mound here. Joe Musgrove faces Tommy Pham. So he's been through the lineup once. And the reason the questions came up about Musgrove, start or relief, is because the numbers last year certainly favored the bullpen. Musgrove, much better ERA as a reliever. 23 relief outings, a 1.44 ERA with Houston. He had some opportunities in the rotation. 15 starts for the eventual world champion Astros. He won game 5 in relief to give the Astros a 3-2 series lead over the Dodgers. And he strikes out Pham looking. So far, so good for Joe Musgrove. here in Pittsburgh. Tonight's Barrel Automotive League leader stat, batters who have hit the best in their home yards so far this season. See Colin Moran, 375. Jordy Mercer, 333 on that list. And Jordy we told him just before the game that we were going to read that Barrel Automotive League leader stat, and he said, okay, first time up, I'm going to swing and line one down the left field line for a double. And he almost pulled it off.
Oh, yeah, literally. Pulled it too much. It's great to see him getting recognized. It really is. We just slide by his name when we talk about the various positions on the Pirates, and we slide by and it's a compliment.
It means he's a good trooper, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's dependable.
Yeah.
Yep, he's there every night for you.
Batting in that tough 8th spot of the order where he's told Clint Hurdle he actually prefers it. Always get pitched awfully tough with a pitcher on deck. Hard hit, but at Wong. John Gant has been impressive through 8 batters now as he gets Mercer to ground to Colton Wong.
Yep, a couple of 25-year-old right-handers getting it done. You know, these hitters all have their routines when they get in the batter's box and they step out and they do the various things. And if you can disrupt that a little bit, like maybe Gant does with this herky-jerky stop and start and wiggle and twitch and whatever he does, it could be something that makes him more effective.
Faces Joe Musgrove 0 for 5 in his professional career, but he will tell you that he was the real hitter for the Grossmont High School team in El Cajon, California. After all, he hit cleanup, and it was Stephen Brault who hit third on that high school team.
So he was a power guy.
Yeah, but he bounces back to Gant, his first Pirate at bat. There is Stephen Brault, good buddies growing up with Musgrove. Grossmont High School foothillers. Teammates then and teammates now.
And looking quite impressive here, his first Pirate start. So far, it's early, but it's early good.
Jehey struck out on 3 pitches his first time up, and I showed you that shot of him going back there and telling his teammates about what he saw of John Gant. Take mental notes as he takes that strike.
He'd like to have that pitch back, that high breaking ball. It's a strike, but it's not a good strike.
No, 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 says Josh Harrison. No, 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 no. So now instead of 2-1, which is what it should be, it's 1-2. And Weekly hit back to the pitcher, and the Pirates go down in order. And it's still 0-0 through 3 innings. Allegheny Health Network Supermo some of the shots from tonight's action through 3 innings, and there's that beautiful shot of a beautiful city. And Joe Musgrove making his Pirates debut. Matt Carpenter hit a ball off the Clemente wall in right his first time up. Gregory Polanco played it perfectly off the wall and kept Carpenter to a single.
That's a beautiful pitch he just threw. That breaking ball that gets that outside corner.
Oh, another beautiful one there. Doesn't get a call.
I think the Pirates have some issues with Jeremy Rehak tonight early on. Yeah, those are really good pitches, both of them. Quality major league deliveries. That not so much, but he gets away with it after being outside.
Carpenter upset with himself too. That was.
I want that one back.
Yeah.
These breaking balls that are high strikes.
Seeing a lot of it, aren't you?
They're not good quality breaking, but if they get to the catcher, it's still a strike.
Yeah.
You just flinch after you let it go.
Well, Steve, does that have anything to do with this? The idea that the high fastballs coming back, those high strikes up in the zone, that you see pitchers working up more than before?
With the fastballs, I see a lot of that, but I still don't think intentionally you want to throw breaking balls up there. I mean, still, I think it's a dangerous area. They have time to look at it, maybe get their timing right.
That's cracked.
Yep.
Fastball. Carpenter. 4 home runs this season. Joe Musgrove, we mentioned, was an 2011 first-round pick of the Toronto Blue Jays, compensation pick, and then the Astros picked him up, deadline deal in 2012. And he gets Carpenter for strikeout number 3.
It's just really strange to see Matt Carpenter struggling under 200. It just doesn't feel right, but
we'll take it.
Yep, off-speed pitch had Matt way out in front. I thought he really threw some good pitches to Carpenter in that at bat.
Yep. Pirates and Cardinals, first of 3, game 4 of the season series. One of the more exciting wins of this season occurred toward the end of April against the St. Louis Cardinals, and the Pirates came back from a 5-0 deficit. Scored 2 in the 6th, tied it in the 9th, and won it in the 11th. And here's Meadows toward right center. Polanco, and it's Meadows calling off the Pirates right fielder. Jose Martinez is retired.
As the captain in the outfield can do. That was one of those examples, Greg, of a big swing, but he hit it off the end of the bat. And you see that as an outfielder, and you see contact, and you think, well, you know, he really swung hard, so there's a good chance he drove the ball, but it didn't go anywhere, and that was a good kind of a recovery, if you will. It's not that he got a bad break, but it's easy to get deceived by the flight of that ball when they swing that hard.
Oh, Musgrove, rather than letting it go, he tries to make a play, and Osuna reaches.
And yeah, it looks funny. Yeah, you want him to let it go, but you know your reaction is you can make that play, and you can't always make it. That was an awkward attempt, but you still your mind tells you try to make a play.
You see, that would have been a routine play for Harrison.
Yep.
Well, Ivan Nova has had issues fielding the ball this season.
One of those games, what, 2 or 3 starts ago, really cost him. It was the start of it. It opened the door, and then whoever we were playing marched on through.
And now Harrison there to retire Jerko.
It's time for the Toyota all-wheel drive RAV4th inning. Toyota, what drives you?
Nothing. Go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Pirates Cardinals. First of 3 this series showdown, and Gregory Polanco pops this up. Foul, and it is out of play.
Major league pop-up. I think the goal tonight, Greg, is to get rid of the last home game that the Pirates played last Sunday. That game hurt as much as any game. The Vasquez game when he came in, when we finally got the lead.
Yes.
You know,
blown save.
You have inspiring wins. You have tough losses. That loss really, really hurt. That could have given us a split with the Padres.
Yeah, blown saves are tough.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. And they worked so hard to get back in that ball game. Yeah. I think we're down 4-1 at one point.
Well, meantime, Gregory Polanco tries to figure this out. He is in one of those modes right now. He just is off.
Even that swing quite late. 94 miles an hour. You're going to have some late swings on that kind of pitch, but it's tough. Fight your way out of them.
Branson continues to work with him. Just 3 hits in his last 25 at bats for Polanco. That's hard hit, but robbed by Wong.
And that's what happens when you're in a slump. You hit the ball right on the button. It's at somebody every time. Every time.
Unfortunately for Polanco, he's not had many of those, so maybe he can at least be encouraged by that.
Yep. Sometimes it is like the common cold. Just have to let it run its course. But athletes don't do that. You try to fight your way out of it. Try to make adjustments if you need to.
Cervelli bounced to Jerko in the first.
We got a nice tight little ball game going here, Greg. Good pitching. A couple of young right-handers.
One ball, one strike. Bill Miller said no swing on the appeal. How about right-handed hitters, Steve, coming into this game against John Gant? 2 for 25. 080 right-handed hitters against this.
Why was this guy in the minor leagues? That's pretty impressive.
And the Pirates have, if you include Musgrove, they have 4 righty hitters in the lineup tonight. Harrison, Cervelli, Mercer, and Musgrove. The one hit belongs to Josh Bell. Yeah, Bob Gibson, like they are celebrating the 50th anniversary of Bob Gibson's record-breaking 1968 season.
Unbelievable year. Incredible.
Honoring him even on their cover of their media guide, the season that changed baseball history.
1.12 ERA. 1.12.
Is
that he was dazzling. 37 starts, Greg. 28 complete games. Now, 1.12 ERA, and he's 22-9. Who beat him 9 times?
I know. I think the Pirates were. I was looking that up today. I think the Pirates were one of them.
He was just unbelievable.
Yeah, 22-9, a 1.12 ERA. 13 shutouts, 28 complete games.
13 shutouts. One of my favorite Gibson stories, Tom Gorman was umpiring in one of their World Series games against Detroit, and he struck out 17. And the writers went in and asked Gorman how he threw. He said, he was great. He struck out 10. I struck out 7.
3-2. Just 5 walks for Gant in 20 innings. Josh Bell, the lone hit for the Pirates. That's another strikeout. An 8-pitch at bat, goes down on strikes. 4 Ks now. Bucks Cards tomorrow, 4:05. Festivities kick off on Federal Street at Jim Beam Block Party. Features live music, food trucks, and alumni autographs with Michael McHenry, the Ford on hand. First 20,000 fans get a Pirates camo hat presented by Dunkin' Donuts. For tickets, go to pirates.com. Again, 4:05 first pitch tomorrow. Bucks Cardinals, and it's Trevor Williams against Jack Flaherty. Sunday, Jamison Tyone opposes Miles Michaelis.
Yeah, come out tomorrow and get a guided tour of the fort. You wonder, Greg, if this Gant story, I mean, maybe this is just a spectacular early part of this ball game, but some of these guys mature. I think you said he was drafted by the Mets and then spent some time with Atlanta. Maybe it takes him a while to figure it out. You know, we talk so many times about a pitcher maturing. All of a sudden, you find out what works.
Wow.
He's figured it out tonight so far.
5 Ks for Gant. Nothing.
PNC Park. I'm Robbie Mikowski. The Pirates do something every year. It's pretty cool, where they partner up with the Make-A-Wish Foundation for the Kurt Weiss Scholarship Awards night. It was here at the ballpark tonight, and it was 33 kids that were here tonight as part of the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Greater PA and West Virginia. 34 former Wish kids were here. So it's a chance to earn a scholarship that's offered to any Wish kid who is a senior in high school and intends to pursue post-secondary education. Now, the scholarship is named after Kurt Weiss, a Wish kid who now practices medicine in the Pittsburgh area. And Kurt was here tonight. You saw that check donated with Pirates President Frank Kuhnle there, and then an out of $8,000. Kurt was here tonight to recognize the students' accomplishments, and the Pirate hosted everyone before the game for dinner, and they're here at the ball game tonight. And our own Joe Block played host to that dinner in the press conference room before the game, Greg.
Well, they do great work. There's no question about that.
There isn't.
Yeah.
So many great charities, causes, and they're right there near the top.
Yep.
They do wonderful things.
Dexter Fowler. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fowler lined out to Austin Meadows in the 2nd. Joe Musgrove now into the 5th. And there's a fly ball toward Polanco in right. And again, he gets to it quickly in a strong throw, but it's off the mark and a leadoff double. A struggling Dexter Fowler has hit the ball hard twice.
And he just basically hooked this ball away from Polanco. He got around it, got the barrel out, and just kept running away from Gregory off the wall. And again, he played it pretty well. He was right where the bounce was. And, you know, Fowler runs well enough where it's not going to be much of an issue for him to get to second.
So first base runner at second base. And he's there with no one out. Francisco Pena does a nice job to move the runner to third. That broken bat bouncer.
Fundamental baseball.
Fowler at third with one out, and the Pirates will bring the infield in with Colton Wong coming to the plate.
No score in this ball game, so you want to do everything you can to prevent this run from coming in. If you can get by Wong, then you're working against your opposing pitcher. You're in pretty good shape if you can get past Wong. Now, a lot of possibilities exist. Fowler runs very well. Wong handles the bat pretty well. One thing, so many things to like about Musgrove so far, the fact that he has not walked a batter. Kind of mixed results in his rehab stuff. He had a couple good ones, well, the last two. One was brilliant, a no-hitter for innings, and then he got knocked around in the last one, but through them all, he only walked 2 batters, all 4 appearances. Now, okay, now we go to work and think about a strikeout. 0-2. Got 2 or 3 free rides at Kennywood now, trying to get him to chase something. Cervelli has to be on the alert. Anything downstairs. Tempting, all right. That sets up the possibility of staying out there or maybe coming way in. Getting out in front 0-2 gives you those choices. A couple pitches to work with. Looks like Francisco wants to go inside.
Oh man, got him. A look to third and a throw to first to complete the strikeout.
Wonderful. Number 4, and couldn't have come at a better time, and now he gets to work against John Gant. Getting out in front 0-2. Wong trying to protect, way out in front, thinking fastball, protecting against fastball, not getting the fastball. I got a circle around that. That's like one of those spectacular play kind of things, only from a pitching standpoint.
A great look on the Allegheny Health Network Supermo of that pitch.
That's a great location. I think he's done a good job, Greg, of staying out of the middle of the strike zone. He's given up, what, 4 hits, a couple of hard hit balls, but he's throwing a lot of stuff out on the corners. Out of the way. Didn't get it away. That looked like the old slider that you wanted out of the way and got away with it because it surprised him. Batters don't like to see or don't expect to see breaking balls, right-hand batters against right-hand pitchers that are inside.
And Joe Musgrove, Big Joe. It's a big couple of strikeouts and keeps this a scoreless ball game.
is brought to you by Barrel Automotive. Check out barreltires.com and never overpay for tires again. And by Allegheny Health Network, official medical provider of the Pittsburgh Pirates and fans like you. Let's go Bucks!
It's about the journey, not the destination, unless the destination is $5.6 million. Download the Beat the Streak app today and start your streak for a chance to win $5.6 million. Joe Musgrove, back-to-back strikeouts. They strand that runner at third. Nice debut so far. And Corey Dickerson. And the Pirates want to get him a run. John Gant has been tough. He's retired 9 straight, 12 of the 13 Pirates he's faced.
And that's why you like National League Baseball, Greg. You can make a plan. You can try to write a script. Lead off, double. You're down at the bottom of the batting order. Okay, you can weave your way through that if you know what you're doing and you've got a chance to do something and not just have bombers. There's some strategy involved. There's some depth to it rather than just go up and try to slug the ball all 9 people. That's one of the reasons you like National League ball. Pitcher can work that kind of an inning after a leadoff double.
Meantime, John Gant has been tough to pick up. You don't see Corey Dickerson swing and miss at a pitch like that.
Now he's looked awkward again.
The high heat now. He ended up lining out to center field, choking way up on the bat with 2 strikes. His first at bat. You wonder at this time of night, the background.
Yeah. It's in between. It's not light and it's not dark. Yep, you get the reflection of the sun, last semblance.
There you go. 1-2 pitch, single up the middle.
Grounded up the middle. And you look at Gant. Gant is 1-1. He's had a couple starts. One against Minnesota where he went 5 1/3, and he lost that one. Then he won against the Phillies and went 4 1/3, and came away with a no decision on that one.
Struck out a career high 7 in St. Louis. Colin Moran lined out to Dexter Fowler in the 2nd inning. A leadoff hit. Josh Bell led off the 2nd with a base hit. He was stranded there. And you wonder about putting a man in motion. And now with a strike on Moran. Opponents 4 for 4. Stealing against Francisco Pena.
He's gotten his share of swings and misses. Pretty decent lead. It's an average lead.
Pena catching Carson Kelly on the disabled list. Kelly is Molina's backup. And Molina on the DL. Might be getting both back soon, though. Carson Kelly caught Alex Reyes in his rehab last night. Reyes about ready to return to the rotation. Ball and a strike on Moran.
The ebb and flow of a pitching staff, especially with starters. You just don't start a season with 5 starters and finish with the same 5 starters. It just doesn't happen. 6 months of trying to patch together a rotation. And that's not, I don't know if that's, I've never seen this young man pitch, but that's not a really good move to first base. Maybe he's got something better, setting it up, perhaps.
Corey Dickerson lead. Jose Martinez holding him on. And now a couple of strikes on Moran. Showed earlier the strong home numbers for a couple of Pirates players, including Jordy Mercer and Colin Moran. .375 average for Moran. 16 of his RBIs have come here at PNC Park in 21 games. Wow.
That is
Jesus,
just
way
not
up there.
seeing the ball. There's something going on with this young man and his motion or the background at this time of day. Something's going on. That's a late decision and a bad decision. Something they're not catching. There's something not picking up.
Moran hit a home run on a similar pitch. It was way up there out of the zone, but he admitted he probably shouldn't have swung.
Oh, that home run in
Cincinnati.
Yeah, I saw that. I said, how can you go up and keep a level swing at that point? It kind of has to be an uppercut swing by the time you get that high.
Did you hear the story we were talking about on the radio side yesterday? John Wayner was going to interview Jeff Branson for a Wednesday pregame, and they were in the batting cages, and he was asking a handful of players if they had ever seen anything like that. And Corey Dickerson said, yeah, me. What? Dickerson has the highest home run hit of a high fastball. The Moran home run was the second highest. As Osuna comes in to make the catch on Meadows. 2 outs. As we were talking about on Wednesday, in case you missed it, in the StatCast era, that was the second highest pitched home run. The first was by Corey Dickerson.
Just highest off the ground.
Yeah, I think I said like 4.5 feet. Jordy Mercer. Bounced out to Colton Wong. Bucks with 2 hits here off John Gant, making his 6th appearance, his 3rd start. Mixing his pitches up and really has these Pirates off kilter. 11 of 17 first pitch strikes for Gant.
And he's not afraid to work upstairs. And he's a guy that talking about getting a lot of ground balls. He's only giving up 3 fly ball outs to the outfield.
So working both ends of that strike zone, up and down. John Gant. A lot of strikes. So is Musgrove.
Yeah, this is impressive so far. A couple of young pitchers dealing.
Musgrove is on deck.
And he's throwing some 94, 95 mile an hour fastball that he doesn't seem to be laboring with it. I mean, they're coming out, they're jumping out of his hand. Now maybe that's got something to do with it. That it's that deceptive look that you're not just laboring and grunting and grinding. It's just live. It just jumps at you.
And to right, Fowler. Wong out. Oh, and Wong fans on it. There'll be no play. But it looked as though Fowler had a better shot at it.
Here it comes, and there's Wong going across. It looked like Fowler had to come from a long way, but usually the outfielder has the better angle on it. Yeah, Fowler did get there. I don't know. Should have been caught.
Mercer gets another shot. This Cardinal starting pitching has been outstanding the last couple of weeks. And is it called? Third strike. Number 7 for Gant. Another leadoff hit for the Pirates, stranded. Latecomer, our featured band tonight on Friday Night Rocks. And congrats to Gabby Barrett once again. Top 3 finisher, American Idol. And look who's back, Susie Cool, who has worked as one of the ball girls for a while here and has also worked on AT&T Sportsnet in a number of roles. She has been reunited tonight with Shannon Davis and Blaze Laboon. 3 ball girls tonight, 3 buddies. Susie is doing some color analyst work for the Boston Red Sox A-ball club in Salem, Virginia.
That's great.
She's doing some in-game entertainment, some graphics work, design work, and doing a little radio color for those Salem Red Sox. Bounce to short. Tommy Pham is the first out. Brings up Matt Carpenter. Some Point Park University tweets liking what you are seeing out of Big Joe Musgrove.
Absolutely.
His first start as a Pirate and dealing so far.
And on, what is it, May 12th, he went 5 2/3 innings of no-hit baseball. Now he's working into the same neighborhood now of 5 1/3. And they're going to watch him. Ray Sears is talking about making sure he was going to hold up and not get fatigued, or they're going to watch if there is any fatigue. But so far, I mean, he is pitching himself a baseball game.
Got built up to 96 pitches his last time out. At the knees to Carpenter. He has one of the 4 Cardinals hits. It was a 1-out double off the Clemente wall in the first. Musgrove struck him out in the 4th inning. And a fly ball toward Meadows in right center.
Well, this is not quite Nick Kingham stuff, but it's not far from it.
Yeah.
In terms of Nick's first start as a Pirate.
And Nick's major league debut. Musgrove made his major league debut as a member of the Houston Astros. He was the Astros minor league pitcher of the year in 2015 when he went 12-1 with a 1.88 ERA. Led all of minor league baseball in strikeout to walk ratio that year. Musgrove was a member of the All-Star Futures game, All-Star Week festivities a couple of years ago. His hometown of San Diego, Petco Park. His major league debut came in August of that year, August the 2nd, in relief against Toronto, and 4 1/3 scoreless innings of relief in his debut.
Well, you just love all the strikes, huh? He hasn't walked anybody.
Jose Martinez
keeps applying the pressure. What a job he did after the leadoff double in the 5th to keep it where it is, a scoreless game. Quite a pitcher's duel. Tough pitch to take. Could have been a little face-forward conversation for both Cervelli and Jeremy Rehak, both facing the same way, maybe discussing that last pitch.
And the first trip to the mound for Cervelli. Working with Musgrove for the first time.
Well, they had that little meeting before they both took the field. Meeting of California and Venezuela. And, so far, so good. He's big enough, isn't he? As you said, I think 6'5", 260.
Yeah. Big Joe.
Yep. And he carries that. He carries that weight really because he looks pretty slender. He's so tall. Oh, what a good delivery in on the hands.
And that's a big man at the plate. 6'7", 230, Jose Martinez.
Clash of the Titans. But you can't do anything with this pitch. It's right up on the handle of the bat. Nicely delivered. Good speed.
Now you got to slow it down, don't you? That big aggressive swing.
Yep. I like it.
Nice and slow. No, you're back with a fastball in. So now it's 3-2. Marcell Osuna on deck.
He's big enough too.
Yeah. Gets him.
Came in inside a couple times, then back down and away. Beautifully placed. Another 0.
How you liking this start for Joe Musgrove?
Liking it.
has been a team effort. Plus, find out why the Pirates' base hit celebrations have taken a new turn. Those stories and top plays debuting this Saturday after Pirates postgame. UPMC scoreboard, 0-0. The incline, that's Steve's mode of transportation most nights. Here's Joe Musgrove leading off against John Gant, this pitcher's duel. Gant matching his strikeout total from his last start already with 7. Musgrove has punched out 6.
Yep, I'm inclined to believe it's a real pitching duel.
Oh my.
Yep, been an up and down kind of year so far for the Bucks.
Trying to make a mountain out of a molehill here, isn't he?
Yeah.
There's his buddy, Tatman, Stephen Broll. And Musgrove. I imagine Stephen Broll is going to discuss that with his buddy from Grossmont High School.
Yep, and it couldn't have come at a better time. Leading off the pitcher spot. It's an opportunity for the opposing pitcher to get off to a good start in the bottom of the 6th, but he goes out and drills that ball through the infield.
Get that ball out of play for a memento. First big league hit for Musgrove.
Well, and that sets the table in this scoreless game.
Well, Musgrove does show like he can swing the bat.
Yeah, see what I got for you guys.
Here's Jay Hay.
First pitch swinging. He likes to.
Yep. 92. He's still having trouble. Just has them out of sorts. Musgrove, though, collects the Pirates' 3rd hit. Each time the Pirates have gotten their leadoff man on. Josh Bell in the 2nd singled, but Gant retired the next 3 in order. Last inning, Corey Dickerson singled on a 1-2 pitch up the middle, and then Gant then retired the next 3 in a row. That's smack toward right center field. That'll get down, and that heads to the wall. Joey Cora gonna wave home Musgrove. And he is going to score on the double by Jay Hay. Joe Musgrove scores to make it 1-0 Pittsburgh.
Wow, he hit the gap, and Joe had to see it right away and be able to read it, and then came around third base and was trucking pretty good in a very stylish slide across home plate. That was fun to watch. Single, double run Pittsburgh. Stays up there, and Jay Hay doesn't miss it. He hung that one and paid the price. Now the big man's got it going pretty good for a big man. Watch the slide.
Oh, yeah. Allegheny Health Network Supermo. Joe Musgrove acknowledges Josh Harrison. Now here's Polanco. Well, I'd say when you're struggling like Polanco here, the least you want to move Jay Hay. At least get him to 3rd with nobody out. Make it a productive out. Last time up, lined out sharply to Wong.
Try to hit it the same direction. Hard again.
Happy birthday wishes to Ross Ivkovic and his buddy Joseph Zeno, who's going to be headed to Villanova. Both Ross and Joe here before the game to deliver a present from mom, Donna Ivkovic, that great Afghan she knitted. Can't thank you enough, Donna. And tapped foul. Joe Musgrove, sit back and relax for a little bit now.
just as clean as the ball game has been, and that run was clean. You get a clean base hit, a gap shot, you score the run. Just fun stuff to watch so far. And the jealous Mr. Brault. His buddy getting it done with a bat.
That'll do it. Dropped by Wong. But at the very least, Polanco does the job getting Harrison to third.
And stung that ball,
yep.
too.
It's two hard hit balls for Polanco, last two times up. Brett Cecil loosens in the bullpen now.
Rolling down the river. That's a full boat there, and I'm not talking about a poker hand. Could be prom, could be graduation, could be a lot of things.
We know it's fun.
Yep. The block saves the run for the Cardinals.
How about, we mentioned the numbers against Gant, against right-handed hitters coming into this game, and yeah, there's the block by Pena.
Young catchers see him turn the glove the correct way.
But before the hit by Joe Musgrove, right-handed batters were 2 for 32 against John Gant, and then Musgrove singles, Harrison doubles.
Right-hand hitters.
Oh! That got Cervelli pretty good on a 1-0 pitch. And Cervelli did not take kindly to that one. He is not happy about that.
Mike Matheny coming out. Oh, running in on him. Under the left shoulder. Did that get a piece of the hand or just?
I think just the back.
Yeah.
Man, that was zeroing in on that shoulder as soon as it left the hand. So that is it for Gant. Cecil coming on.
Of the Pittsburgh Pirates and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
John Gant, Mike Maddox, the pitching coach, congratulates him on his effort. He is trailing 1-0. He goes 5 1/3. He's responsible for 2 men on. Just hit Cervelli, first batter Gant has hit this season. And now Brett Cecil 44 years of wedded bliss. That's Amore.
It is. Got the team T-shirts there.
And now Josh Bell greets Cecil with a fly ball deep enough to make the lead increase to 2. A sacrifice fly for Harrison. For Bell, scores Harrison. 2-zip.
First pitch gets it done. That's good work. Man on second base. Hit a ground ball to second, move him to third. Hit the sacrifice fly deep to left field, bring him in. Creative.
Fundamental ball there. Jay Hayes double brought in Musgrove, and now Harrison scores on the Bell sac fly. Corey Dickerson has lined out and singled. Last 11 games, Cardinals have lost 7 of them, not because of their starting pitching. Team ERA among starters for the Cardinals 2.31 during this stretch of 11 games, but the bullpen the last 11 games, an earned run average just under 6, 5.97 earned run average for the relievers, the Cardinals, the last 11 ball games.
Well, you just got to have a bullpen anymore. You just got. They have so many innings. They're involved in so many decisions.
Yep. Heck, they're involved in starting now in Tampa Bay. Sergio Romo, I think, was scheduled to start tonight again for the Rays against Baltimore.
What do they call them? The front enders now or something? They've got some phrase for them. The openers. The openers. Yeah, that was it.
There's a line drive down the right field side. That's a fair ball. And Francisco Cervelli will be waved home by Cora. Dickerson headed to third. Here's the throw to the plate. Safe. Triple. 3-0 Bucks. Doc Dickerson drives in another.
Boy, is that fun to watch. You know the race is on. There's 2 outs. You're going on contact. And Dickerson finds the corner. And it was kind of a soft bounce off the wall. And Joey Cora sends him. Here's how it starts. The good swing. Down against the wall. And it hits the padding. Kind of stays there, so they have to chase it a little further. Good relay. But there's Cervelli. Giving the body up. Rock and roll.
Quite an inning for these Pirates. It all started with a Joe Musgrove single. The Harrison double. Polanco the ground out that moved Jay Hay to third. Cervelli hit by the pitch. Bell greeted Cecil with a sacrifice fly to deep left. And Corey Dickerson triples home Francisco Cervelli.
A very efficient inning.
Yeah.
Pirates have 3 runs. They have made the 5 hits count.
And a drive to right, and it stays fair. It's gone and foul. Colin Moran driving one deep to right field. What a pretty looking swing and a drive over the Clemente wall.
Oh, we needed Carlton Fisk. Close. Oh, he knows he got a lot of it.
The ball cleared the section.
You got it.
And there's a souvenir.
Beer and a ball. Friday night. Pinball. Just being at the right place at the right time.
Just walking by and playing off the deflection.
Goes by you. Goes.
Walking around with a family. Some cartwheels. That got a good piece of Pena.
They don't need any more catching injury problems. Mike Matheny, former catcher, knows all about those things. Oh, right off that knee. It's a stinger.
Trying to shake it off. Joe Musgrove now with a 3-0 lead. Hard hit, but a bullet caught by Wong. Well, the Pirates found the bats here in the 6th inning, starting with Joe Musgrove's first major league hit. He got the offense going. He's had a great night on the mound in his Pirates debut. He started this offense. Jay doubled him home. Pirates scored 3.
Azure blue.
Joe Musgrove faces Marcell Osuna.
Look at that, 58 pitches in 6 innings.
Interesting first pitch there, wasn't it? That might have been a little message, and Osuna's asking Cervelli about it. Cervelli might be saying, talk to your pitcher. Didn't get hit, but got buzzed inside. And Osuna checking with Cervelli. (2-0). Osuna has flied to left and singled off of Musgrove's glove.
Again, the control impeccable.
Little roller inside the first base bag. And Polanco again does a nice job getting to it quickly, almost gunned him out.
Good late tag by Mercer, late but really quick tag. Almost got him. And just a little nubber off the end of the bat, dying down the right field line. See Josh Bell way off the base, no chance, just kind of dying out there. But Polanco coming in and boy, makes it interesting at second base. No challenge by the Pirates, but interesting.
You have to say 3 outstanding plays by Polanco and Wright tonight.
Well, he stranded the last double that they hit. That was the double hit by Dexter Fowler.
Jerko disappointed at that call. Jerko has singled and lined out to second.
Those are two legitimate strikes. I don't think hitters as a group don't like to have high fastball strikes called that are borderline. They don't want to swing at them, and they don't want them to be rung up against them. Yeah, perfecto.
7 Ks for Joe Musgrove.
Might have got a call here, but boy, does it look good from in back of the pitcher. And you're not going to get that pitch called a strike all the time, but he gets it here, and couldn't have come at a better time. There's your K's. Your Copper's K's.
Dexter Fowler now. Ground ball to Harrison. 2 outs. We'll bring up Francisco Pena. As you enjoy a Miller Lite, look forward to the Hold True moment later in tonight's game. And what a game for Joe Musgrove. And the Cardinals are about fed up with Pirates making their debuts. As Steve mentioned earlier, the Major League debut of Nick Kingham, where he pitched perfect baseball in 6 2/3 innings before Paul DeYoung broke up the perfect game bid. He ended up with 7 shutout innings, 1 hit, no walks, 9 strikeouts. That was on April the 29th. And now, not his Major League debut, but his Pirates debut, Joe Musgrove has blanked the Redbirds through 6 2/3.
And can he do it again? Give up a leadoff double and not let that man score? That's a real shot in the arm when you have that happen. It's almost a personal thing. All right, you set up shop, but I'm not going to let you open up the business.
Bouncing ball to Mercer. And Big Joe looking good in Bucco black and gold. Musgrove shutting out the Cardinals through his 7 innings. Will lead off the Pirates' home half of the 7th inning. Joe Musgrove, incredibly efficient, stellar performance. Talking to Chad Kuhl and Jamison Tyone. Another leadoff double, but stranded Osuna.
And he might be under 70 pitches for 7 innings, Greg. He's in that neighborhood.
This is his 26th Major League start. You were pointing out between innings that that's the most he's gone before, 7 innings. So he'll try and top that tonight.
He looks big and strong, and he's pitched big and strong.
Yeah, 67 pitches
in 7 innings. No free passes. Let's get some more. So far, the Pittsburgh Pirates have really played a good baseball game tonight, so far.
Meadows 0 for 2. Wong over quickly and safe. Infield hit for Meadows.
We've known about that speed. Legs this one out, and he keeps his great start great. Wong had to go a long way and throw back across his body. Took him a while to get the ball out of the glove and safe it. Well, issue not in doubt after the ball gets away.
That's it for the lefty. Now John Brabia coming on, a right-hander, to face Mercer as the Pirates look to add on in the 7th inning.
Shot of our city.
Joe Musgrove getting some handshakes. We see Adam Frazier coming out on deck. Musgrove will leave after throwing just 67 pitches, 7 shutout innings. His Pirates debut. 7 strikeouts, no walks. John Brebbia.
He's been up and down out of the Cardinal system from AAA to the big leagues 4 times. Just latest recall on the 16th.
Get well wish goes out to Connie DiMuccio, watching her Pirates as Michael Felice loosens in the Pirates bullpen.
So you got to be loving our Pirates tonight.
Yeah.
Maybe 15 strikeouts in 14 innings. Odyssey back and forth, AAA, Major League, back down AAA, back up, down, up, down, up.
A lot of concern about Meadows now. He's already picked up his first Major League stolen base.
Is there any of the boxes he hasn't checked off? Has he covered them all?
Let's see. First, he scored
Any
his
triple?
first run. No,
No.
triples yet.
Okay.
I guess he's got a couple. Done just about everything in less than a week. There he goes. Taken for a ball. Throw down is late into center field. And that is stolen base number 2 for Meadows.
Maybe we can bring him in for the save. Done just about everything else. Good quick acceleration. No contest with a high throw.
How good has Meadows been? It's his 7th major league game. Nobody out. Runner Carpenter, the third baseman, way in. No sign of a bunt from Mercer. Joey Cora barks out some instructions. There's a little tapper. And Meadows will go to third. And Mercer is safe as Brebbia looked over to third. And that cost him. Now, did Mercer turn? No, he did not. And the first baseman, Martinez, tags Mercer just in case he had made the move towards second base.
Yeah, the look cost him, and then over at first base, Martinez was kind of standing there without his foot on first base. So the look, does he still have a chance? No. He knew at that point, Martinez did, that they did not have a play at first, as Brebbia thought his third baseman might hold at third, but he did not.
Mercer gets an infield hit.
Yeah, nicely positioned, I'd say.
Frazier now pinch hitting for Musgrove. Infield in all the way around. I was just thinking, Steve, you know, with Cervelli being waved home earlier, Musgrove being waved home, but yeah, Joey Cora has quietly done a really nice job as a third base coach.
Yeah, and
you know, I don't know that we've questioned one time. He's been aggressive, but he's been really smart, knowledgeable about the outfield arms.
Yeah. And it's a thankless job.
Yeah, because really the only time you talk about or think about a third base coach is when you have bad plays at the plate, guys getting thrown out, or she should have waved them. But I thought Joey Cora's been spot on.
Well, you know, we watched him in spring training.
Yeah.
Some spring training games. During batting practice,
he still does it.
Making his moves.
No, he still does it.
Yep. Still.
Every BP, he goes sprinting up and down the foul line by the coach's
the feel
box.
of where he is. Yep.
Takes it very seriously.
He works it.
And now a pop up to shallow left, and catch is made. And here comes Meadows. He stops halfway. Well done. Knew how much room he had. And Osuna guns it toward the plate. For a moment ago, Osuna's going to be late throwing it to home plate.
So not only is he producing, but he's toying with people, knowing what he can try, what he can.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to make a big mistake, I'm in a position to make it pay for the Pirates. So look at that.
That's really
good.
That's
pretty good confidence. It really is.
Well, that's a good aggressive. You draw a throw.
Yeah. And that's knowing where the defensive players are, what you can get away with, what you can toy with.
Frazier, the pinch hitter, flies out now. Josh Harrison.
Well, you've got some interesting things here with a runner at third. Good speed. No, they wouldn't try. I wouldn't think they try a squeeze play, but you've got good athletes. You got a guy that handles the bat well, and you got a guy that runs well.
Nothing Pirates. Jay Hay doubled in Musgrove last inning. He and Michael McHenry were having fun before the game. Jay Hay in the fort. Fort said he had predicted the other night on a pregame that Jay Hay was going to start hitting the ball with authority the other way. And Harrison ended up with a game-winning triple on Wednesday in Cincinnati down the right field corner. And he doubled into the right center gap his last time up. 0-2. Using that new padded glove, instead of the one that David Freese has been wearing. Extra padding. About 5 weeks on the DL, a broken 5th metacarpal. And time is called.
Greg, way back in the day, you used to see that kind of a padding on the back of the hand of Jeff Bagwell.
He had a big 4-inch pad. That thing really stuck out.
Yep. Hall of Famer Jeff Bagwell.
Yeah. Down on strikes and really upset with himself. Let's go down to Robbie with more on that batting glove.
Yeah, you were talking about Josh Harrison, the time he spent on the DL. So he knew after being hit in the same exact spot twice, both resulting in broken bones, he knew some protective measures were in order. So you see at the bottom, those 2 elastic bands go around his 2 middle fingers on his left hand, and there's a strap on the opposite end that straps basically his batting glove loops through it, and that's something that he's able to wear that adds that extra protection outside of that 5th metacarpal where he was hit twice. And he told me, listen, he's not fully comfortable with it right now, but he's working his way there. But when you look at his numbers since coming back from the DL wearing that pad, kind of would never know that he was feeling uncomfortable wearing that, Steve.
Absolutely. The thing looks like a thing out of the Tower of London, some kind of torture device, but it certainly has worked for him coming out of the chute.
Yeah, 9 hits in 23 at bats. Ben Potenziano, the assistant trainer there. Ball 1 on Polanco. Well, you sure hope they can cash in. They had a great opportunity there, 1st and 3rd, and nobody out. The pinch hitter Frazier flied out to shallow left, and Jay just struck out. So now it's up to Polanco to try and get Meadows home.
You know, he's 0 for 3, Greg, but he's had a pretty good ball game.
Yeah.
He stung the ball a couple times. He's done some good work in the outfield.
And 3 fine defensive plays in right. Struck out his first time up. Didn't look great in that at bat, but last 2 times up has lined to second and bounced sharply to second. And that ground ball moved Harrison to 3rd last inning. Three and 1. Cervelli on deck. Great count here for Polanco. 3 and 1. Arabia doesn't want to walk the bases loaded. But he will, as he doesn't get a call, and Polanco lays off, and they are loaded for Cervelli. We're talking about that line drive in the 4th inning, and exit velocity, the hardest hit ball of the night, 109.2 miles per hour. It was leading off the 4th inning, and then he grounded sharply to second. Pirate leaders this year, exit velocity. You see Polanco right behind Josh Bell. Marte, Freese, Sean Rodriguez. Now here's Cervelli, who was hit by a pitch last inning and scored.
Good distribution on those numbers. Not just one guy hitting it hard all the time. it never ends with Francisco. It's never dull watching him.
Always something.
He plays the game with passion and energy. Is that okay? Okay, I can agree with that. Other ones he's not quite so reasonable with. But, he wears it on his sleeve, and it's fun to watch.
Cervelli has 3 career grannies. Hit one off Michael Waka back in September of 2015 and lines this to right field, and this is going to be over Fowler's head. 2 runs in. Here comes Polanco, and Vita Bella clear the bases with a Cervelli double to give the Pirates a 6-0 lead.
Absolutely huge. Absolutely huge. And RBIs number 20, 28, 29, and 30 goes over that mile marker. Out away, hits it away, and maybe has put this game away. Is that fun to watch? Everybody moving.
Francisco Cervelli.
He is a treat. He is a treat.
Boy, look at the last couple of innings. Suddenly, Pirates, a light went on. Somebody flipped the switch, and there's the left-hand turn. 3-run double.
That's what you call rockin' Friday night.
Big swing from Josh Bell. 1 for 2, the sacrifice fly in the 6th.
So much frustration in some recent games, Greg, getting that big hit, the big hit, and there it is.
Popped it up and out of play. Nothing. Francisco Cervelli. Joe Musgrove, what a debut for him.
Yeah.
One ball, 2 strikes. A little dribbler. A swinging bunt single.
All going the Pirates' way right now. So great to see this bust-out inning for the Pirates because Joe Musgrove was so great, but if you don't add on to that 3-0, nothing's safe. And not that this is a guarantee, but you love to get him some extra insurance because he was so good.
Corey Dickerson. 3 solid at-bats for him tonight. Drove in his 31st run of the year. Last inning with his triple. Off the lefty, Brett Cecil. Now facing John Brebbia. And a fly ball to center field. Tommy Pham makes the catch, but the Pirates send 8 men to the plate. Francisco Cervelli, the bases loaded double. Brought them all home. Come on, come on. in his Pirates debut.
This is dominant pitching. Dominant pitching.
7 innings, Steve. No walks, 7 strikeouts.
Yep. He never really backed off. A couple of leadoff doubles, did not let those doubles score. And that's before the game got a little bit out of hand. Critical, because, you know, they wound up scoring 3 runs. It could conceivably have been 3-2 ball game going into last inning. You don't know how it's going to play out, but he kept those leadoff doubles from crossing home plate.
UPMC scoreboard 6-zip. His battery mate, Francisco Cervelli, driving in 3 moments ago. Now Colton Wong faces Michael Felice.
And from Cervelli's standpoint, you get hit, you don't like it. How do you pay him back? Right? Hit a 3-run double. Numbers for Michael.
Felice taking over the 8th inning role now. Initially, when they removed George Contos from the 8th inning, said they were going to not name anybody, but just try and get outs. But quickly determined that Felice would be the man.
Backyard heat there. Let's see. Works with a 1-2 count.
So we're seeing now that trade Garrett Cole over the winter, Musgrove, Felice, Colin Moran. 3 of the principals of that deal. And boy, how good has Moran been in his rookie year among the league leaders in most offensive categories, National League rookies. And Felice has put up strong numbers as a lead inning setup man. And he gets a weak pop up.
Pull the string on him, little off speed action, pop up.
Josh Bell. The other player in that deal, Jason Martin, recently named Eastern League Player of the Week for Altoona. Nissan Road ahead tomorrow. Trevor Williams against Jack Flaherty. Our coverage starts at 3:30 for game 2 of this 3-game series against the Cardinals. And then on Sunday, Jamison Tyone against Miles Michaelis. What a find he has been for the Cardinals.
Got to get Jamison Tyone back on track.
Yeah.
Find a way. 97 miles an hour. You know, I want to go back to Colin Moran for a minute, Greg, because he doesn't look like a rookie with that big beard. I mean, it looks like he's, you know, a veteran. Doesn't have that real young face that you see on so many rookies.
Oh, 2 on O'Neill. Yeah, the red beard. Colin Moran has put up strong numbers. He's been solid defensively, not great range, but he, whenever he gets to, usually results in an out. Strong arm, sure hands. Tyler O'Neill.
I guess you get that big a beard, it's easy to look like you're 30 years old.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
He goes down on strikes. Best place to get all your Pirates gear is at the Pirates Clubhouse store on Federal Street at PNC Park. A Fanatics experience. You find stadium exclusive merchandise, customized jerseys, and more. Visit the Clubhouse store 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Saturdays 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and open during all Pirates home games. Pirates tomorrow afternoon, Sunday afternoon, and Memorial Day Monday afternoon contest against the Cubs. The Cubs beat the Giants earlier today 6-2. Kyle Hendricks beat Derek Holland. The Brewers are leading the Mets 3-2 in the 5th in Milwaukee.
Yep, if you want to come out and see some Pirate baseball, don't forget tomorrow afternoon. We don't have that many 4:05 games, but that's what we got for you. So don't get caught in between.
drive to deep right center field. Tommy Pham, wow, crushes his 9th home run of the season to get the Cardinals on the board at 6-1.
That ball had a lot of carry.
6-1 game as Tommy Pham hammers his 9th homer of the year over toward the Riverwalk in right center.
That's just some flat out strength. That ball that far the opposite way.
Pham had 23 home runs last year. That snaps an 0 for 17 hitless string for Tommy Pham. He had struck out 11 times in his previous 17 at bats before that home run.
Tempted.
Carpenter. One of the hits off Musgrove, a single off the Clemente wall in the first.
Trying to buy the call, no sale. Hurdle looking for outs.
Should get one here. Out in shallow right, little stumble, but Jay Hay will retire Carpenter. Felice gives up the homer. Pirates lead by 5.
Brought to you by the Chevy Silverado and your Western PA Chevy dealers. And by Levin's, the official furniture and mattress supplier to the Pittsburgh Pirates. For the best quality, service, and value, shop Levin's. Let's go Bucks!
Tommy Pham breaks the shutout bid. The home run off Felice. And here's Colin Moran. Today will be a home run. It's a great shirt. That young man.
That covers it, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Today will be a home run.
Greg Holland, the new pitcher. line to left center. And Osuna looked as though that ball might have gotten caught up in the lights. The way he reacted, but makes a casual catch.
And that ball had that sound of being stung.
Center fielder, Austin Meadows.
Greg Holland making appearance number 18. What he has done so far. It has been a struggle.
He was going to be their closer. And remember, it was during that series here that they brought him in for the first time, and he started the season on the DL. And it didn't work out. Bud Norris took over in that role.
Greg, you remember the days when a closer, if he was struggling, they might give him a start?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Dave Justy doing that. Not more than once or twice, but a different feel.
Again, Steve, what's happening in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, openers.
Sergio Romo again started tonight for the Tampa Bay Rays, third time in the last week. The Rays start their closer.
We're going to have a little discussion with Ray Searage tomorrow about all that.
Toward the line and left, and there's Osuna again, but that's going to be a double. No, maybe more for Meadows. He's into third base.
There's the triple.
With a triple. Osuna looked as though he was pulling up, and the ball dropped fair and stayed in play. So Austin Meadows gets the triple. Welcome to Pittsburgh, indeed.
Yep, that checks off that box now as he pulls up and then
that ball staying
boing.
in play. Pinball time.
Yeah. And now you got to chase it down, and Meadows sees that when he gets to second base, and he's off to the races. Kind of not full speed going around first base, but then okay, the last 90 feet he got after it.
Austin Meadows, his first triple of his career, 2 more hits tonight. Infield in. Jordy Mercer. Two-0 the count. Line to left center field, a bullet for Mercer. That scoots toward the wall. Another extra base hit. He might get 3. Jordy Mercer going into third with a triple. It's the third triple in the last 2 innings, and back-to-back 3 base hits.
Aren't triples fun to watch? I mean, you watch the outfielders chasing the ball down, you see your guy, you see the chance emerging for him to go to 3, and that goes right to the north side notch, the 410 sign. And how about Jordy Mercer hitting the ball at home? Showed him with his good work, 2 more hits at PNC Park. Home cooking for Jordy Mercer. Love triples.
Great look at it here, into the notch.
Oh yeah, he sees it.
And now the pinch hitter Freeze grounds it to third. So the triple by Dickerson in the 6th with 2 outs brought home Cervelli. Jordy Mercer follows the Meadows triple with 1 of his own, scoring Meadows to make it 7-1. Another great look from the Allegheny Health Network Supermo. Watch the bench react. Got the steering wheel going.
Nice job by Joey Corey. We're talking about Corey. He's right there with him, you know, guide him. Hey, maybe you want to have that slide one way or the other. He's ready to make that decision to help a runner coming in with the ball behind him.
It's a fun night for a third base coach. 11 hits, a lot of extra base hits, 7 runs. Second triple this season for Mercer. You don't see back-to-back triples very often.
That's fun.
You don't see 3 in a game very often.
The home runs are great, but you know they're kind of
instant.
And the guys trotting around.
Yeah.
But boy, when they're digging for it and they see, okay, I can get 3. I can get 3. And usually there's a lot of action at third base. It's close so many times. It's fun to watch.
One and one on Jay Hay. Just foul. And we take a look at tonight's attendance presented by Cricket. Nice crowd on hand on a Friday night.
$22,629. Now, does John Wayne, when you announce that with John Wayne, does he give you the cricket sound?
Oh yeah,
He can do that.
Yeah, he can. Nobody does it better.
No.
22-629, and a fly ball to shallow center. Here comes Pham. He can't make the catch. Josh Harrison, another hit. An 8-1 Pirates lead.
Boy, and the miseries continue for Greg Holland. But the fun continues for the Pittsburgh Pirates.
8-1. 2 more hits for Harrison. Another ribby. Another hit.
There's the
Tommy Pham.
look. Yep. Does a good job corralling the ball. That ball could still be rolling. Might have another triple. Friday night fun.
And now Polanco. Boy, just about everybody on the hit parade tonight, including Joe Musgrove, who got it all going as John Gant was shutting out the Pirates through 5 innings. He had allowed 2 singles. He had retired 15 of the 17 Pirates he had faced. And then he faced the Pirates pitcher Joe Musgrove in his 7th major league at bat. He singled, and that got it all going. Kyle Crick going to work the Pirates' 9th inning against the Cardinals.
Kyle Crick is an emerging story, is he not? With what he's been doing lately. Good numbers for him. Strikeout numbers.
Picked up his first save on the road trip.
Wasn't easy.
And Polanco called out on strikes. Pirates add to the lead, score 2 more. Austin Meadows tripled. He's got 2 more hits. Pirates coasting. Cardinals 135. Kids 14 and under will get camo socks thanks to Powerade and sheets. Before the game, don't miss the family fun zone out on Federal Street. After the game, kids run the bases right on the field here at PNC Park. Get your tickets at pirates.com/kidsdays. Pirates Cardinals 135. Camo socks for the youngsters. Tomorrow, don't forget, 4:05. And then Memorial Day Monday afternoon against the Chicago Cubs, the first of 3 against the Cubbies. And heading to all the stadiums.
Wow. That's impressive right there.
Leading off for the Cardinals, and batting for Martinez, number 34.
Picked a good one here tonight. The Pirates leading at 8-1. Kyle Crick. Joe Musgrove, 7 shutout innings on 5 hits. Jairo Munoz pinch hitting. That ball took a weird little hop. Jay stays with it.
1-4-3.
Bucks send Trevor Williams to the hill tomorrow. Will be opposed by Jack Flaherty, the rookie. Coverage starts 3:30. Pirates pregame presented by WB Mason. Game 2 of this series. Pirates looking to go 4-0 on the season series.
Bader pinch hitting. Was he in the game?
No, Harrison Bader is pinch hitting for Osuna. And looked like 3 players were converging. Bell and Polanco slowing down, and there comes Jay racing in. Ball drops.
Their own little personal Bermuda Triangle out in foul territory. Try it again. Good pitch. Nice breaking ball down at the bottom of the zone.
What in the world was that? That's an out.
That's out number 2.
Quick, a little quick pitch and a little wry smile from pinch hitter Bader.
Yeah. Little crick trick. Yep.
That is
okay.
Hilarious what Bader did.
Surprise tag.
Yeah. And here we go. Jed Jerko takes ball 1. Pirates trying to at least keep pace with the Brewers. They do keep pace with the Cubs with a win. Gain a game on the Cardinals. And Joe Musgrove, the story of the mound tonight for the Pirates, making his Bucco debut. And the Pirates offense really busted out over the last 3 innings, the 6th, 7th, and 8th frames. Austin Meadows collects 2 more hits. Josh Harrison continues to be a spark plug, returning to the lineup. 2 more hits tonight.
Yeah, cast of characters, everybody jumping in and being part of this.
Francisco Cervelli, big part of it, hit by a pitch in the 6th and scored, and then the bases loaded double. Ground ball, base hit. It's the 3rd, I think, at the 2nd hit for Jerko. with 2 outs here in the ninth.
So, yeah, a lot of people involved, but back at 5 minutes to 7, we're talking about the story of the game tonight is going to be Musgrove. At the end of the game, we'll be talking about the story of the game being Musgrove and his friends, including Jody Mercer.
Dexter Fowler takes a strike. The Pirates give Jerko second. Defensive indifference.
Mr. Parrott.
Cervelli and Crick now.
You want to just make sure that they have the right signs. Not a crisis. Not a big strategy meeting. Looking for that last out.
Ball and a strike. This should do it. Bell to Crick. Ball game. Raise the Jolly Roger. What a night.
Very businesslike performance by the Pittsburgh Pirates. In control of the ball game.
Buccos defeat the Cardinals. A resounding 8-1 win. And they're 4-0 against the Redbirds on the year. And they bounce back from the disappointing game in Cincinnati yesterday. And get off to a fine start here. This 6-game homestand. 3 with the Cardinals and 3 with the Cubs. And the Pirates improved their National League Central Division record to 12-5.
And more good work at home. I bet those folks up at AGH could hear those fireworks.
I bet you they could.
Great night for the Bucks. A lot of people involved. Joe Musgrove and company.
Let's go back out now to Rob and the Fort.
Greg and Steve, thanks very much. A lot of fun to watch Joe Musgrove's debut. He was a big portion of our pregame show. He's going to be a big portion of our postgame show as well. But we also talked about the importance of just getting a victory, starting these 6 games against the Cardinals and the Cubs when they'd been scuffling, losing 5 of 6.
Absolutely. Talk about a momentum shift. Musgrove coming out and literally carving up the Cardinals like a Thanksgiving turkey. This guy was outstanding today. Did everything right, even hit the ball well, ran the bases well. This guy is really, really special. It's fun to watch him dissect that lineup tonight. It was awesome.
And Francisco Cervelli on both sides of tonight's victory, offensively and, of course, catching Joe Musgrove as well. He is standing by with Robbie Ginsmakowski.
Francisco Cervelli, Rob, in the 7th inning blew the game open with that 3-run double, and the Buccos win 8-1 over the St. Louis Cardinals tonight. When you look at the night, Francisco, Joe Musgrove's season debut, first big league hit, 7 shutout innings, and the Bucco win. How do you describe the fun tonight on the North Shore?
Well, it was amazing to see him back in a first time and in a real game. The team did what they're supposed to do.
They're having discussions in Spanish about how Cervelli does not want to get doused. What will Osuna do? Always wonder what these negotiations are like. You had it until the very end, Francisco. I'm going to grab a towel for you. What'd you just say to those guys?
It's hard to deal with young guys, you know. It's hard.
I'm sure you'll have a word or two with them in the clubhouse afterward. So John Gant was working his way really well first 2 times through the Pirates order. What happened in the 3rd that enabled you to get through to him and have a little bit of success?
Well, he did great. This is big league. Whoever make mistake first, that's the one who pays. We both seen, like, we're waiting for mistakes, and then we take advantage of that.
With Musgrove, what worked with him? He was so quick and so efficient tonight.
Everything, every page. This guy is intense. He's going to give you everything he got every outing. It was amazing.
Okay, so look at all the fans in here. Look in that camera. Thank everybody for coming out. Tell them to have a great night, Francisco.
Have a good night, everyone. Thank you.
There it is, Rob. And you and Michael, have a great night on the desk, okay?
We will, Robbie. Thank you, and have a good night working the Pirates locker room, getting us more post-game sound for the post-game show. And look, like we promised earlier, it's a Miller Lite holds true moment, and it's Joe Musgrove, who we're going to be talking about plenty, but we were waiting and waiting and waiting for this debut, and it was worth the wait.
If you think we were waiting, he was waiting more. 68 pitches. I felt like this game went by like a Little League game. It just went by so fast. He was making pitch after pitch, going in, out, up, down, back, forth, which is incredible. He had the stuff of the makings to pitch 10, 11, 12, 13 innings because of how efficient he was with 7 Ks. This guy was outstanding today.
Well, the Pirates win game 1 of this 6-game homestand. It's the Cardinals and the Cubs coming to town. So obviously a big way here for the Pirates to start it with this victory tonight. Coming up on Pirates Postgame presented by the Allegheny Health Network, you know we're going to have a lot of information on Joe Musgrove. A Pirate is getting set perhaps to join the team. We'll tell you about that and more coming up next on Pirates Postgame presented by the Allegheny Health Network.